Yo, what's going on everybody? Fred at Eastgate Unity here, back at you with another video. Today we got a real special one. We're super excited. This is the highly anticipated Meepo Voyager. Let's get right into it. All right, first off, the box. Box is super nice. A lot of companies just give you a brown box and then they call it a day, and it is what it is. This is all blacked out. Obviously a really nice picture. Got their website here, some information. As you all can see, this is a really nice box, just not a plain brown box. And as you guys saw in a couple videos, they still didn't fix this, but I think we're the first batch anyway. Quick start, not start. But we'll let that pass because Meepo's been doing such a great job. One pad, that's good so far. Already wrapped up. Really well padded, that's good. We'll put this to the side. We'll check out the accessories. Really counts because then it won't scratch up the wheels, the remote, the pulleys. So that's good to have this nice and thick. Some tools. T-tools, Allen key. Got your manual. 3 amp hour charger. I think these are 38 or 40T pulleys. These are Kegel. You guys want a bigger wheel for more higher top speed, and it's a little bit more softer than a standard polyurethane wheel. This is Kegel setup. Remote charger. Extra belts. So it's a little bit of a different remote, which I'm excited for. Wow, this is tiny. Very plasticky feel, but it's okay, I don't mind. But yeah, this is definitely a new remote for them. Okay guys, let's take a closer look at the board itself. Let's talk about the deck. Deck is about 38 inches in length. The max load is 330 pounds, which is really good for this size board. It's made out of bamboo and fiberglass. You have the battery, which is a Samsung 40T cell, 518 watt hours, 12S3P. ESC is LiFoc ESC, 2,775 watts each. 6.358 motors. So look at one of its competitors, the Backfire. Look at those motors sizes compared to the Meepos. So this is the Backfire Zealot, and then this is the Meepo Voyager. Look at the size motors difference. It's got a 6-month warranty. They claim up to 36 miles in range. They claim up to 40 miles per hour and up to 36 miles range with the Voyager X. It says that they have padded grip tape, which definitely helps with absorbing bad roads. I've had these wheels a few times with different boards. Lycon, Revel, Vestar, they all kind of have the same wheels. These are 90 millimeters by 60 millimeters wide and 78A. And as you can see, they are super soft. I think these are very underrated wheels. Of course, Meepo's rear kingpin trucks. Your power button here, pretty simple. And you got your charge port over here. And it has a nice cover here, nice and simple. That's kind of cool, illuminates. I think that shows you how much charge you got left. Okay guys, we're gonna charge it up, take it out for a ride. Let's get out there. Okay, so let's first talk about the deck. Now with these boosted style street boards, most of them have a nice flex to them, and this is no different. Having a nice flex on these street boards allow you to have more comfort. Now when you combine that flex deck with these super soft wheels, you're gonna get as maximum comfort as possible with a street board can allow. Now I've had plenty of experience with these wheels, just rebranded, and about 2 years ago, me and Lansing Phillips were talking about these wheels on the N-Skate R3 Mini, and these wheels are very underrated. But now you're about to see footage of how the Meepo Voyager and its flex deck works in conjunction with these super soft wheels, and it just plows through everything. Check it out. Now, the Meepo Voyager is utilizing rear kingpin trucks. As some of you may know, it's got good carvability and it's got good stability together. So if you are a carver and you want good stability at the same time, the rear kingpin trucks with the flex deck is a good combination. Alright, so me and Max are going to do the hill test. I'm on mode 4, he's in GTR mode. 1, 2, 3, go. Acceleration test, mode 4. 1, 2, 3, go. Now, the power on this board truly shocked me. I've had plenty of boosted style boards, whether it's the XY Flex, the Backfire Zealot, the Zealot S, the Walgo S2 Max, and dozens of others that I have demoed throughout the past 2 years. And none of them, not even close, come to the power of this one. I'm not talking about the 2-in-1 performance boards. I'm not talking about the boutique boards. I'm talking about just regular street boosted style boards. If you're a fan of that boosted style setup and you have that sentimental value with boosted boards, but you want the power and the range of a 2-in-1 board, this is pretty much where it's at. Also, since the board has such good power, I was riding it in mode 3 for about 30 to 35% of the time of this review. And I would say this mode 3 on the Voyager X is equivalent to the Backfire Zealot S turbo mode. So if you guys just want to chill and save on battery, go to mode 3. 1, 2, 3. As for my top speed, I got 28 miles per hour on the Voyager X with the stock 90mm wheels. As for range, I got just shy of 31 miles of range, and to me, for a street board, that is very impressive. I always wanted my XY Flex or my Backfire Zealot to have more range because I love riding them so much. Now this takes care of that. So only one bar left. I'm going to show you that this has little to no battery sag. First horsepower, 1, 2, 3, go. Pretty good. I mean, it lost a little power, but nothing crazy. All right, let's do top speed. 30 seconds after this clip, that last bar started blinking, which means it's ridiculously low on battery. Not pointing any elbows, but some other boutique boards can't even do that. Now for the Cyclone 110mm wheels. Now, I actually had these a few months ago when they first came out, but I just found out a few hours before I started editing this that these are much softer than the original Cyclone wheels when they first came out. Because when I had them, I actually didn't like them too much. Now that they're a lot softer than what they used to be, they're really nice wheels. Okay, so this is the standard, I believe 32T with the orange wheels. So the smaller the pulley, the more high speed you're gonna get. So this is the pulleys that came in the box that are for the big Cyclone wheels. As you can see, these are a little smaller, these are a little bigger. So you have a little more power to make up for the bigger, heavier wheel. But I'm gonna keep the standard 32Ts. I think this is 36T. Let's see how the high speed goes. Now, I never really liked any rubber wheels. Evan has 105mm sets, and they have two other 125mm sets. Onsra has 115. Now I am revisiting the 110mm Meepo Cyclone. Remember when I first got these wheels, I didn't like them because they felt super hard, and those diamonds you can see, they felt more like on a plastic side. So when you hit stuff like painted parking lots, you easily lose traction and come off. As for riding over the cracks on the sidewalks, not a problem. In my experience so far, these are the best street wheels for off-roading. As for top speed with the 110s, I got 31.4 miles per hour. Now, I don't know what Meepo got 40 miles per hour from, so if I'm doing something wrong, please comment below. As for range, I got 23.8 miles of range utilizing the 110s on the Meepo Voyager. I was riding in mode 4 most of the time, but again, about 30% I was riding in mode 3. Constructive criticism. Now this one is very, very minor, but it's worth mentioning to you guys. Meepo used stickers to have the information written on the actual wheel itself, and clearly these stickers are coming off. We all know that these wheels are going to take a beating, so I'm not really sure why they actually use stickers. Even brand new, just putting pressure on the wheel, you can see the sticker getting compromised on the sides. I think this directional arrow is kind of silly for this board. For the shuffle, sure, but not for this board. Now, I was talking to a fellow e-skater on IG, and he sent me these screenshots that he found on Reddit from one of his buddies' charger actually caught on fire. So just be careful because these do get very hot. Final thoughts. Let's first acknowledge real quick how far Meepo has come along. Between their latest V4, the Hurricane, and now this board, you can actually really see that Meepo truly cares about the e-skate community. Building such a good product with this type of range and power, having this much comfort on such a simple production street board, I just love it. I always appreciate good quality in a street board because I love street wheels myself. So when it's not a big heavy board yet has the performance of that big heavy 2-in-1 board as well as around the same range, I really can appreciate it. I also think this board will open up new doors to people start to riding street wheels. Now, when you ride this board, it has a maximum comfort level, as I discussed before, with the flex deck, with its super soft wheels, whether it's the 90s or the 110s. It's a very comfortable setup. Is it as comfortable as 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch pneumatics? Of course not. But this might be a legitimate way to be able to convert over from a pneumatic setup to a street board, because a lot of people are just afraid that there's too much vibrations and it's just too uncomfortable for a ride. And I get that. But if you're gonna get this board, this will be the easiest way to transition from pneumatic setup to a street wheels, because this setup is so comfortable. Having the 110s is just a bonus. Riding over pavement just like this, that's everywhere in my neighborhood, that's just not great, but it's not awful. These wheels take it with ease. So if you have this board and you're transitioning from a pneumatic setup, this might really open your eyes to a whole new section of e-skate. Having a flex deck street board compared to a carbon fiber all-terrain board is a completely different feeling. So you might love it, you might hate it, but until you try it, you'll never really know. But at least with the Meepo Voyager X, you're not compromising range and power. Normally, if you're going to a street board, you're compromising range and power. Now lastly, the price. As usual, Meepo is always hooking it up with a great price. Great value, very affordable. Now for this board, I would think it compares with the X-Way Flex ER or the Backfire Zealot S, but both of those boards don't come with big 110mm wheels. They also both have less range and less power. Normally when people get the Backfire or the X-Way, they normally spend $150 right away on cloud wheels. Voyager X, you're getting the big soft wheels out of the box as well as more range and more power. Thank you for watching, guys. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, guys.